Back to Minecraft again. And this time I'm just wandering around. Giving myself a break from my latest build, since there's so much of it. I like big builds, but there are sometimes big builds that are just a little bit larger than life. And my latest big build was one of those. I'm about halfway done with it. So let's see, in my last video I went over this thing. I love this tower. This tower is so big. And it was so easy. Oh, you gotta love all this fog. I went over this massive house. Well, considering just how big this house is, my next build is how do I want to put this? It's magnitudes larger than that. So what is it? Let's head off to it. As I said before, I'm about halfway done with it. Halfway point. That means this structure is all up. The main structure is all up. And now all I have to do is just finish some of the interior and deal with some of the external parts. So if I run across the pond just for a little bit from the giant mansion, I will run right into the place. If I don't get lost in the fog. Yeah, you gotta love Minecraft. You run into stuff like this. And stuff like this. Okay, enough of that. So what is this next build that I'm doing? And where is it? I know I can definitely get lost in this fog. Okay, so now I'm back at the house. Yep, I got lost in the fog. So let's turn around. Well, I made a complete circle. So let's try not to get lost. So yeah, we're heading in the general direction of the place. What I did is that I found an island and I made a house on the island. It's coming into view. There's my yacht parked in the dock. And there it is in all its glory. Now I'm a little above the pier. I'm like, what, right in the middle of the pier. Dock, whatever you want to call it. So this is the closest point to me getting on this whole thing in the shot. Yeah, this is my Emerald Palace, if you can call it that. Wow, it is big. And saying that is an understatement. It is a severe understatement. As I said before, most of the interior is completely unfinished. It has most of the walls and the ceiling and the floors installed, but no furniture or nothing. That'll take months. That literally take months. This place is absolutely enormous. So let's just go over the exterior to place first, since that's mostly done. What I did is found this island. This island it's basically in the shape of I don't know what you would call like a three-prop propeller. Yeah, weirdly shaped three-prop propeller. Or maybe a maple leaf. Maybe it's yeah, it looks more like a maple leaf. So that means it has three wings. East wing, which is the entrance, south wing, and the north wing. The north wing has this large structure on it. I like to call it the scepter. And the the west wing has the observatory on it with my lovely telescope. The middle of the place is this large central tower that goes up to pretty much the limit of build height for a normal Minecraft world. That means that the central tower is just about as large as the entire rest of the building itself, which makes the central tower that more intimidating to even think about building. As for the lower building, the parts with all the wood on it, that's the villa part. It houses the all of the village people that I pretty much stole away from their homes because their homes look like garbage. So I moved them all in here. Let's see, I'm done. The whole villa is 3 floors. So each floor has its own perks. Its own apartments, its own dining areas, reception halls, that sort of thing. Pretty much everything that a village would need. and absolutely none of it is furnished yet. It takes a while just getting around this place, even with flying. But that's the best way to give you the scope of this place. The villa part alone is 4 times the size of the Flying Cow Mansion. And that's not even a part of the upper part of the house. Okay, so let's go in. When you first go into the place, and this is the only way in, the only way out, you're greeted with a really majestic looking foyer. Lanterns, chandeliers, fountains, the works, everything. We have 2 correspondent areas, well, information areas, to pretty much tell people where they gotta go, or guide them to where they gotta go, because this place is immense. So, come over here. This is some of the administrative parts of the East Wing. We have reception halls. I think there's like 6 of them over here. 6 very large reception halls. You see the size of this room right here. So there are 6 of these. And they go up. I think it's 2 per floor. And this is still in the villa part, so yeah. So it's 2 per floor. You obviously have a balcony area over here for the foyer. And it spans across the entire 3rd floor. And that's the approaching the north wing over there when you come out this door. But let's go up here first. What's up here? Still in the east wing. Right at the top of the east wing is this lovely deck area. And if we go back around here, get past some of the administrative sections, we hit the apartments for the East Wing. The East Wing doesn't have a lot of apartments. It's probably gonna have about 10. Maybe it's that. I know it's these 2 for the 3rd floor, and these are the larger apartments for the 3rd floor. The 3rd floor have the large apartments. The 1st and 2nd floors have the smaller apartments. This is a small apartment. It's pretty much the only thing that I can fit over here in this space. But oh well, it is what it is. This area will become a general area to gawk at, since there are windows coming out of all the area for each of the halls that's down here on the administrative side. So they have to have something generally nice to look at. So I'll probably put a fountain here or something, or some trees or something to take up this spot. I could fill it with apartments, but what's the point of that? Okay, so the bottom two floors aren't done yet, so we can skip that. The top floor is actually done. All of it. And I have 18 large apartments on this floor. There are hallways that run from the east wing to the north wing, back to the west wing, and they are filled with apartments. So if you run all the way through one end to the other end, yeah, apartments. Yeah, missing the block some kind of way. No, missing the block. Put it in. This is typically one of the apartments that you get. One of the larger ones. It's not the largest one, period. That one is on the very end of the north wing. I can get all the way back to there. Yeah, it takes a while to get there, even running. And here it is right here. This is the largest apartment on the north wing. It has 2 floors. And more missing blocks. Yeah, even if I wanted to furnish all of this, it would literally take ages to do that. Considering that I might have 80 to 100 apartments in this thing, just in the presidential side of the villa. That's insane. So, yeah, this is the central column. It connects all parts of this place. As long as you know what a central column is, you can't get lost. And the central column does go all the way up. And it houses all of the upper suites for VIPs and whatnot. But taking on some more lackluster elements about this is that what I want to do with this place involves more or less keeping everything centralized to this tower. If everything reaches the tower, it's fine. If anything is too far away from the tower, then it starts to get a little dicey. So, this is the 4th floor. This is the floor that literally starts. Actually, yeah, this is the top of the villa. So the top of the villa is the 4th floor, and yeah, it's this deck that we already been to. So yeah, there's entertainment areas right in the heart of the east wing on the 4th floor. And the first one is this lovely theater. there are multiple ways of getting to it from the column or the central tower. Now, let's see. I do have one area that I've already completely furnished because I was gonna possibly forget that that area was gonna be what it was. It's the kitchen. Yeah, all of these rooms and actually this place have a lot of kitchens. They typically look like this. This is a very large kitchen. And there are 4 of them. Yeah, 4. I think this is the one on the top floor, I think. Or maybe I'm on the top floor already. Let's see. Yeah, that's the top floor kitchen. And then this is the... Well, the kitchens have 4 floors. And they start on the 4th floor. So they start on the top of the villa, so they rise up. Well, what I did was that this floor right here is extremely tall. So if you come out here, and this is going to be something like a ballroom area. Well, no, not a ballroom area. This is a dining hall. There are 2 dining halls. This is the upper floor dining hall, and then there's a lower floor dining hall. No, well, okay, now I'm getting confused. This place really is huge. This is the lower floor dining hall. There is a dining hall above this one too. If I go out here and go up, yeah, there's a dining hall up here too. And these kitchens, one of these kitchens is able to serve the dining hall, one dining hall. So this upper kitchen right here serves something else. It can serve parts of the administration and the ballroom reception area that's over here. Yeah, this is the ballroom reception area. Basically a huge empty space, which is why I love ballrooms. Yeah, but they don't skimp on the details at all. Gold inlays everywhere, chandeliers everywhere. Just ridiculous amounts of effort goes into making one of these places. I mean, gold inlays everywhere. Just making it as fancy as it can possibly get. Yeah, because this is it. This is what the room is going to look like, period. So it has to look like this. You just can't make it one color and forget about it and be, oh, it's done. Nope. Since it's a big old open space, make it fancy as heck. Okay, so that's almost it. This is pretty much the north wing, period. It has this giant ballroom, and when the ballroom is over, there's a observation deck that's over here, and it's even more luxurious and fancy than anything, period. I mean, maybe I'll make a staircase that runs all the way up here just so people can look out. Maybe. I mean, it's blinding coming up this thing. Maybe I'll make a water elevator that goes up there. So people don't have to be getting blinded running across this stuff. Because, yes, it is bright. We get it. And yeah, there's 2 ways to come up here, obviously. And all of these hallways are for the kitchens to serve the general areas they have to get to. Yeah, they are completely separate from the other rooms and the main column, which is back here again. Now, the main column also functions as a way to get up to the upper suites. Also, there's going to be plenty of sitting areas over here and plenty of stuff to get rid of. Because I actually did need light to make the damn place before putting all the lights up. So, even more reception areas, waiting areas, areas to get along with other folks, that sort of thing. And it also goes into the dining hall. I love the shader pack that's on here. It makes everything shiny as heck. And this shader pack, yeah, it's awesome. I mean, that's really awesome right there. Let's see, what shader pack is that? Complementary shader, yeah. That means that I don't think there's a resource pack on right now. Nope, that's default. Wow. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep that. I think I'm going to keep it like this. Mainly because it can look like this and not completely bog down my poor computer. Okay, so time to walk up these stairs, and yeah, it's even more lights. And this is where we get to the VIP areas. Yeah, all of these floors are available for everyone since there's going to be stuff up here that everybody can do. But every floor after this, those are the VIP areas, and they get even more ridiculous than this. I mean, there's going to be pools up here. There's already one. This lovely balcony is going to be accessible for everyone, too. So let's skip all of this, even though we just went over it, and get to the probably the most fancy room in the place. The throne room, obviously, this is a palace, so we have to have a throne room. My God. Now, I can gawk at this forever, but there's just one thing I gotta do when it comes to throne rooms. Yes, I am the king. Probably not the king of this place, but it is what it is. Okay, now this throne room is also the only way to get to the suites. So you have to come through here to get through the suites. And obviously, they're not going to just let anybody in here. So obviously, well, I mean, right? Well, these suites are for the general proprietors of this place. That means the people who own it. So if we come up here, we will hit the suites. And these suites are fairly large. There are, I think, 12 in total. Each have 2 floors and a ton of space on each floor. And each floor also has balcony access. Okay, so you've seen one, you've seen them all. Let's go back down if we don't get lost. If we don't get lost, we can go back down to the throne room and get to the main suite. The main suite is only accessible by these doors that's behind the throne room. You have to come out here, go to the balcony, and hit your lift on either of these water elevators, which will take you directly to the main suite. Now, to give you an idea of how large the main suite is, I have to really come away from this place to see it. You can see the deck for the throne room. So this part right here is the throne room. This part below it is the reception area for the throne room. These 6 floors are the large suites that I was just in. And this lovely thing right here is the main suite. The main suite is as large as your typical mansion, but it's in the central column tower. That just gives you an idea of just how ridiculously large this place is for a mansion to be in a tower. And of course there's a dome on top of that. The main suite is as large as the rest of the 12 suites put together. So let's go back down to the throne room deck and hit your water ride. A little bit of aqua. And we are in the main suite. And it is just about as quaint as it can get. Yeah, right. Okay, so if the king needed a suite, this would be it. It's just that simple. This place is nuts. And it is so freaking large. There's 2 reception areas, waiting areas, gathering points on the first floor. Then you hang a point straight back behind the staircase, and you get a rear hall that goes out to the largest deck of this place. It is huge. This deck is huge. It has a bloody pool in it, and a glass deck. Thank you, Minecraft, for your ridiculous physics. Treating one block as any other block. And weight does not exist in this game, so let's put a pool on a glass deck. And make the glass deck larger than any floor on this place. Period. This floor, the space of this floor, of this deck, is larger than the interior of any floor in the main tower. And it also takes a month or so needs to get around the place too. So, okay, going back. Either side of this, I also have access to the deck. So, let's see. What are these ones going to be? Obviously, one of these rooms have to be a kitchen. This is going to be like a dining hall. And I guess you can put a family room right here or something. Something like that. Okay, so we go back to the central staircase. Go up one flight to the second floor. And we have the grand hall. The largest room in this whole place. Period. To the east and west of the grand hall are rooms for the workers, servants, whatever you want to call them, butlers, maids. Each of these small rooms have 2 stories, so there's plenty of space for each of the workers. And I think there's 5 on each side, so there's plenty of worker space. I mean, it's king, so obviously having 10 maids and butlers is par for the course for a house of this size. I mean, when it comes down to it, the space for this main suite is almost identical to the flying cow house. Almost. It's a little bit smaller, but that's because it's a freaking column. It's a circle. There's not too many rooms you can get, but these rooms are still larger than the bedrooms on the second floor. And I think there are 5 of them, so I guess you're gonna have some guest rooms up here. You have a study, a den, and a main bedroom. All of these are more than large enough for all of that. And obviously, if you go into either of the rooms on the side, there is an exit to another balcony. Somewhat smaller balcony than the one on the lower floor. Still large though. And as you can see right here, there's a staircase to go to the dome on top. So we have to go all the way around, and I'm not about to go all the way around this thing. Get back in here, get out, get back out again, get back to the central column, and this right here is still the very middle of the central column. I put a beacon all the way down at the bottom. This beacon light is running through the whole central column, so it was kind of easy to make sure that this thing was constantly being centered since I put the beacon right there. Otherwise, it would have been kind of hard to make these floors, especially the floors for the suites. So, okay, this is the staircase that leads to the dome, and the dome have the kind of entertainment you expect for something like this. Grandiose, ridiculous, and all of the kind of superfluous statements that you can think. A huge deck, another infinity fountain that I kind of screwed up, but I can fix later. Well, actually, let me fix that now, since it's annoying. It really is annoying. I mean, I done made like 8 of these things already, so I should know how to make them right now. They need complete oak, complete wooden blocks on the sides so they don't screw up. So let's see, where are we on this thing? We are right here, so that means 1, 2, 3. There we go. As for getting it to look like infinity, well, we gotta get rid of all of this. And that's gone. Okay, let's see, do I have magna blocks? Oh, they're gone. Where are they? Really? Oh, magma. Yeah, it's late. Can't spell anymore. Get rid of these torches since I don't need them. Put the magma blocks on the sides, making sure they don't get in the way of the wood. Making sure they don't get in the way of the wood. And now we can water it. Ah, messed up. No. Okay, maybe I did mess up. Okay, maybe it's too tall. It's going up somewhere that I can't think about. Yeah, I'm screwing up something that I can't think about. Yeah, that's right. Let's see. Yeah, I'm overthinking this. Let's see. Yeah, I know I'm messing this up. I am messing it up. But that's all a part of the creative process. There we go. Marble some spots. Let's see. Oh yeah, making this thing right as a pain in the butt. But it is what it is. Oh, it's not acting right. It is what it is. I know I've been making these things forever, but water physics work in mysterious ways with Minecraft. So I'll just go back to the one that I made for the mansion. I love how when you take away all the blocks, it finally moves. But unless you take away all the blocks, it won't move an inch. It's crazy. Okay, so I think that's about it for this tour. I think. As for what I gotta do with this thing, still, I'm halfway done. I still have to do the bottom 2 floors and work with the fortress part of this thing. Yeah, this thing is going to have a giant wall around it with spires that run up from the water, and it's going to dam in a lot of the water too. Which is probably going to mean that I'm probably going to be close to around 150. Well, I'm at 110k emerald blocks now. I'm probably going to be 150 when I'm done with the floors inside. And I'm possibly going to have another 100k or so to, well, yeah, it's going to be more than that. Maybe double. So I'll probably be at around 300k emerald blocks when I'm done with this whole thing. Maybe more than that, depending on how long I want to actually make this wall. Because it's obviously going to have a lot of spires that come out of here. Maybe about 6. And each of those is going to be connected with a wall. And each of those spires, towers, I'll possibly come up to around the height where I'm on right now, which would be a good height. I don't need to cover up the scepters, and I certainly don't need to reach the central tower. So, taking in most of the first 5 floors is a good thing. Yeah, first 5 floors. So the spires are going to be the first 5 floors. Then, well, actually, the wall might be better having it like that. So I really don't want the wall to go over this thing. So I might have to break this up. That means some of the forest actually, well, I actually want to keep the forest. Yeah, that pier definitely is going to get in the way. So I'm going to have to make even more spires to make a gate right here for boats to come into the pier. And then wrap it around here, coming this way. Yeah, this is going to be a thing. It's going to be huge. So it might be even more emerald blocks in the gate and tower and walls than it will be in the whole place. That's. I knew this was going to be a mega build, but wow, when you come to grip the size of an actual mega build, you're like, yeah, you definitely hit it, and that's what this thing is definitely come out to be. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that, and update this thing when I start working on the gate. Maybe get the base of the gate done, well, base of the wall done, and run from there, and then I'll wrap it up when I'm done with the wall. So I'll have what, 2 more updates for this thing? Wow, the Emerald Palace is definitely living up to its reputation. I mean, it's a lot of emeralds. Which is why I don't ever see this thing ever being made to survive. I mean, it would take literally years to gather up that many emeralds to make something that's even close to this alone, let alone a gate to surround it. So, creative mode only for this thing, and I will be back.